everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs. I'm doing another Halloween treat holder today. This one is a no cut, pretty easy. And I'm using the Bag of Bones bundle along with the Stylish Shapes dies and the Deckled Circle dies. I think this is cute. It looks kind of like a wax seal. I do wish we had our layering circle dies with the scallops. That's really my favorite, to have a little scallop on there, but I have to get used to this. All right. I just wanted to say that the people that bought my kit, I have PayPal requested all of you. 2 of them have already shipped out. If there's anyone else that wants one, it's the last call. Okay, so for this project, well, first of all, it measures about 4.5 by 3, and then it just puffs up as high as your candy goes. All right, I have it as a 1/2 inch on the bottom. So what we need is, this is all you need for the box: a piece of gorgeous grape that is 7.25 by 3. We need some basic black to stamp our 3 skeletons. We need 2 pieces of the Them Bones Designer Series paper that are 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, and I rounded the top of those. We need a piece that is 2 3/4 by 1 3/4. That's going to go under the flap right like that. And then we need a piece that is 1/2 by 2 3/4, and I rounded the bottom side, and that's going to go right on there. I cut this, I think it's a crypt, or it could be a large tombstone, from the Them Bones Designer Series paper using the Bag of Bones dies, but you can just cut it out of gray paper. Okay, basic gray if you want. And then I cut these 2. This one is Stylish Shapes dies. It's 1 1/4 Parakeet Party. And this is Gorgeous Grape, 1.5 inch from the Deckled Circle dies. Okay. All right. So as I said, you don't have to cut this at all. So we just need our Simply Scored. And this is my host code. Please put that in for any purchases that are under $150, not including your shipping and tax. All right, so we're only going to be scoring on the 7.25 inch side, and we're going to score at 4, 4.5, and 6.5. All right. Okay, so now this is that 3/4 inch piece. I'm going to fold that the opposite way and burnish it that way. And then these 2, I'm going to burnish the normal way. Okay, and then after burnishing, we're going to round the top. And then I'm going to round the other side also. Okay, so this is what your cardstock's going to look like after you're done scoring it. Okay, so now we're going to put it so that this is the way it's going to fold and be the treat holder like this. Alrighty, so we need our DSP. And the two pieces that are 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, and we rounded the top, are going to go on the front and the back, just like that, which is actually the inside. Okay, the piece that is 2 3/4 by 1/2 goes right here, and then the piece that is 1/2 by 2 3/4 is going to go on this little piece that we flipped forward. All right, and I'm going to put them all on with liquid glue. Okay, and then next what we're going to do is we're going to take our crypt here, and we're going to glue that right there, about equal amounts on the top and the bottom from the edge of the DSP. And we're going to put that on with liquid glue. Okay, now this little treat I got, I don't know if everyone has a Five Below by them. It has 20 pieces. I think this was $5, which is kind of a lot, but I think you can get all of these separate. And there's 3 different type of candies, but I'm using the Witch. And that's a Kit Kat. I think it might be a vanilla Kit Kat, actually, vanilla chocolate on the outside. All right, And this is going to be going right in here. All right. So what we're going to do now is take our iridescent ribbon, and I'm going to put it up there for now, on top, right at this line, underneath this piece that flips. And I'm going to tie a bow. It's going to be on the right side. And you want to scooch this up, and we want the knot on the side so that it doesn't interfere with us closing this. I'm just going to tie a knot, and then I'm going to tie a bow here on the side. Okay, and then make sure that your bottom is flat here, and we're going to take glue along the edges of underneath this flap, and then we're just going to push it down. And just hold it a little while, so it'll take a little bit to glue onto that ribbon. Okay, and let's just let that dry a minute, and we'll do our stamping. All right, so we need our basic black. We need a folded piece of scrap to save our embossing folder. And we're going to be doing the large skeleton and the dog and the cat. All right, so I need my Versamark ink. And I'm just going to put him in the ink. And then I'm just going to stamp him right on the pad here, on the paper. All right. And then I'm quickly going to do the dog and the cat because we don't want it to dry too much. So the cat. Here's the dog, and hopefully I have enough embossing powder left to do the whole thing. Yeah. All right, and then we're just going to pick it up and tap it off, and then I'm just going to flick on the bottom to get any loose pieces off. All right. And then I'll use the fold in the paper to help me put my embossing powder back. And if there's anything, I'll just put it onto the paper and put it back in. Okay, and now, little bits. Doesn't really matter if you get little bits actually, because we're going to cut them out. So I'm going to get my heat tool. I'm just going to hold it up. It's going to get loud, sorry. I'm going to hold it up till it heats up a little bit, and then I'm just going to emboss my figures. Okay, and that is our pretty skeletons. All right, now I'm going to cut them out with the Them Bones dies, and I'll be right back. Okay, now we have our skeleton and then our cat and dog skeleton. And we're gonna get our treat holder. And I'm gonna stick my treat in. Now, this will work with lots of treats. You can use regular Kit Kats, you can put a bag of M&Ms, anything that is 3 inches wide or less, and let's see, about 4 inches high or less. All right, so now what we're going to do, once you put your treat in, we're going to decide where it is we want our skeleton to be so that he kind of pokes out from behind. Alrighty, so right about right there. Okay. And I'm just going to make a little pencil mark if it's important to you. If it's not that important to you, you don't have to do it exact. All right, and then I'm going to, oops, this has a little piece in it. I'm going to put some glue on it. And then I'm just going to stick it down in, trying not to touch until we have the right spot. And then just push him down. Okay, and there's our skeleton. And then we're going to put our dog right over here. And I'm going to use liquid glue for this also. All right. And the cat we're going to put on after we put our thing in the middle, our sentiment. So let's do our sentiment now. So we need the green circle from the Stylish Circle dies. That is about 1 1/4 inch. And the Granny Apple Green Deckled Circle, that is about 1 1/2 inch. And from the Them Bones stamp set, we're going to use the sentiment, which says, eat, shriek, and be scary. That's the right side. And I'm going to use Tuxedo Black Ink and just, whoops, put that right in the middle. Great. All right. And then I'm going to attach it to the Granny Apple Green circle, right like that. Okay, and now that my skeleton has kind of dried up, then I'm going to put my little witch guy in there. All right, I'm going to get some dimensionals, and I'm going to center this right like that. And then I'm just going to glue my cat on the opposite side of the dog. Okay. And then for the final touch, I'm going to use some of the 2022 to 24 in color pearls in the Parakeet Party. Now I used Parakeet Party because it looked like the witch's face, but you can use whatever color in here that coordinates with, you could either make it the orange in there or you could coordinate it to your candy. All right, so I'm going to take one and put it up here. Another one a little farther down than that. And then one up here next to the kitty cat. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, my email is below, along with the link to my blog that has all of the measurements. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.